All right, enough Scousers. Let's go for some quick hits instead.
Let's go, Gab.
Bayern München go down away to Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1. Jules, that 7-point lead at the top is down to just 2 points. What's going on?
What's going on? One, Frankfurt are really good. They have great momentum. They're a bit of Bayern boogie team as well, because I think it's only one of the two teams where Bayern have lost more than they've won.
I think it's like 8 wins and a draw in their last 9. Something crazy like that.
Crazy. And then what's going on is that Bayern are shattered. All the players are shattered. Niklas Süle at right back. I'm sorry, the Man Mountain, it's not possible anymore.
How bad was Bunassar beat
Oh my God. Leroy Sané, don't know what happened to you, my friend, but this is not the Leroy Sané that we knew.
He had moments in the second half, but the first was terrible.
I don't think so. And what's going on is that they've lost a bit of confidence as well, and certainly momentum going forward. So
biggest of all for me, no Thomas Muller. Without Thomas Muller, it just seems everything. They can't defend high up the pitch.
And it's the leadership as well, I think, that was missing on Saturday. And up next for Bayern, Gab, in the Champions League is Lazio, who certainly looked very impressive in their win against Sampdoria on Saturday.
Yeah, more impressive than the scoreline suggests. And you wonder, right? This is a team that counterattacks very, very well. Ciro Immobile is firing on all cylinders. You've got the other man mountain, Milinkovic-Savic. How psyched am I to see Milinkovic-Savic versus Niklas Süle? Clash of the Godzillas. Should be good. Yeah, they can.
The big difference is that Simone Inzaghi managed to take a lot of players off. Yeah. After the hour or something, Luis Alberto and all of that, Lucas Leiva, was Bayern had to keep all their players in to try to come back in that game.
I think they'll try to get a couple guys back. I don't think Muller, who obviously was a positive COVID test, I don't think he's back. I think that's a huge loss. It's 18 in a row now for Manchester City, Jules. They didn't need to do much to get all 3 points against Arsenal, did they?
But they scored after 2 minutes. Raheem Sterling, really good goal that they worked hard. The first 15, they were fantastic. And after that, they sort of managed the game. Arsenal did some good things.
Except shooting on goal.
And Pep praised them quite a lot after the game. But even Pep said, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised by our consistency in the 18 wins. So if Pep is surprised, imagine about us.
What about Arsenal? Pep doing the thing where he beats the other team and then he praises them for what?
No, I know, but he still said, we could not build up the play we wanted because their press was so good. They built up well. He was a bit worried in the first half about the Sakatini, and he had to tell Ruben Diaz, come on, sort this out. So no, I don't think he was a walk in the park completely, but they controlled the game well. Chelsea are held by Southampton 1-1, but Thomas Tuchel shows just why his nickname is Rule Breaker, Gab. What happened?
Yeah, okay, so there is an unwritten code. There's unwritten codes in every sport, right? Yeah. Like in baseball, you don't steal a base when you're more than X number runs up and blah, blah, blah. In basketball, you don't run up the score. But in football, one of these rules is that if you sub a player on, if you then sub him off, you can only do it if he either gets injured or if he's having a stinker to high heaven, because supposedly this is the biggest humiliation in the world for the player. You'll shatter his confidence. Tuchel doesn't care about this. He called it old-fashioned because he brought Callum Hudson-Odoi on at halftime, who's apparently he's liked, and then after half an hour, he took him off. He says he didn't like his body language, he didn't like his energy. I think Tuchel's right. I think, in the sense, not specifically Hudson-Odoi, but a manager should be free to do this thing. We in the media and the ex-pros on television shouldn't get all bent out of shape.
Big time. And loads of managers have done it before. It's not like if it was the first time and no one ever done it.
Mourinho did it with Matic, I think, in a game.
Yeah, Jardim did it with Martial, plenty.
I think the key here is you have to trust that Tuchel knows Hudson-Odoi, and he knows how Hudson-Odoi is going to react. If this gets a reaction, gets him to play better, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Moussa Dembélé makes his debut, but El Comandante Morales sends Atletico Madrid crashing to a 2-0 defeat against Levante. Jules, that 10-point lead is down to 3.
They still have a game in hand. So it potentially is 6 points. But we've been saying since the beginning, it's potentially 16.
7 points they lost.
But potentially it's 13, potentially it's 10. They still have 2 games in hand, potentially it's 9. Well, now it's 3. And they're not playing well, although they had loads of chances and they could have scored, and Levante's defense and goalkeeper did really well. But still, I didn't think they conceded again 2 goals. Luis Suarez hasn't scored, and they had players who had COVID, who I'm not sure are completely fit now. Jimenez got injured as well. So
and there's no Trippier and João Felix.
Yeah, and they're playing the Champions League against Chelsea in midweek. So I'm just saying, I know you're not worried, and I'm not so worried.
It's chill out a little.
I know.
Look, the El Comandante stuff is cool,
I know, but
it was a double deflection. And then the other one is a tremendous goal, but it is in garbage time.
I know,
and then there probably was a penalty on Oblak at the end. When Oblak came up for the kick, that was a penalty, maybe.
I'm just saying,
right.
It's not going to be easy. No. That's all. We all thought it was going to be a walk in the park. They're going to win the title easily. Well, it's not going to be like that.
Monaco destroy your boys, Paris Saint-Germain, 2-0. Jules, they're now third. It's not the way to celebrate the win over Barcelona. Also, via the transitive property, does it mean that Sofiane Diop is better than Lionel Messi?
He was really good, scored the goal after 5 minutes, which helped Monaco a lot and their game plan. But they were almost perfect. They were superb in the way they played, the way they defended, the way they shut down Kylian Mbappe. They had a special plan against him. He worked. PSG had no creative midfielder. So when you have Paredes, Herrera and Gana Gueye in midfield, you could just imagine that you're not going to create much, and that's what happened. And in the end, they deserve to lose. Don't know what happened. I don't even want to talk about it.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Speaking of Barca, though, Gab, they held 1-1 by Cadiz thanks to a bonehead foul by Clément Lenglet right at the end. I mean, when will they learn? When will they learn? Please.
You know what's frustrating here? I know we give Barcelona a hard time, right? But obviously,
they
were destroyed before, right? So they come back. They had 80% possession. They've had 80% possession against Cadiz last time, too, and they lost.
Yeah.
Like, Cadiz just sit back, and then you gift them a penalty at the very end. I don't think Barcelona were necessarily terrible. They had a lot of the ball.
They were not great either.
Didn't create that many chances. Probably should have had a couple more, but it's just so soul-destroying. Those 2 points. Clément, come on, man.
So bad, come on.
Manchester United beat Newcastle 3-1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says he's not willing to concede despite being 10 points back. You good with that?
So 3 weeks ago, he said, well, we're not in a title race, that we don't think of that. And then because he got told off and everybody said, what are you doing? Now he's saying, yeah, we're still very much in it, but it's 10 points. It's a lot. But there's a derby coming up in 3 weeks. If they win at the Etihad against City, they close the gap a little bit, and then you never know, but I can't see
It's the right attitude to have. Don't concede. Go on, Ole.
West Ham are in the top 4 after beating Tottenham 2-1. As United alumnus, Jesse Lingard scores again, by the way. But Gab, Jose says that he and his coaching staff are second to none in world football. Pretty much. Does that mean better than everybody
Second to none means that they are the greatest. Look,
right. Greatest at what? What are they good at?
Look, I'ma just say this, right? I look at the world, I see that it's turning, and still Harry Kane gently weeps.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.